The sound of this thing. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Josh here from Harmony M Music Academy, and today I've got an unboxing of this package right here, which should be, hopefully, an Audient Evo 4 interface. I got recommended this interface as a nice, budget-friendly, portable audio interface for recording. This interface literally costs less than £100 to buy. I think that's about $130 maybe, something around there. Before I get stuck into it, make sure you subscribe to our channel. It all helps us keep giving free content, reviews, guitar lessons, drum lessons, singing lessons, and all that fancy stuff. And if you get a moment, like this video as well. Let's get stuck into it. So I'm going to open up this package now, and hopefully we have the right interface inside. Luckily, I have been given the right interface that I ordered. Smart packaging, looks small, looks portable. Let's open the box up. Now we can open the box up. Looks smart, kind of looks a little bit like an Apple iPhone box. A little bit, very smart. And here we have the interface itself. So let's take this packaging off. It's worth noting as well that I currently, in my home setup, use an M Audio M-Track 2X 2M, and I was after something like this so that it was a bit more portable really, but also for my office at work as well when I can get back there. So at first glance, this thing actually looks amazing. I'm really impressed with this already. If looks is anything to go off, then this should be awesome. So we've got what looks to be either a big volume knob or a big gain knob. I'm not sure which that is because I've not plugged it in and tried it yet, but I will do very shortly, and I'll give a very basic and quick review of what I think at first glance of using it. We've got a left out and a right out. Don't know if you can see that. An in for XLR, which you can also put a guitar jack into, and a second one as well, which is great because it means you can record two channels separately at once, which works for me because I sing and play guitar. So I can do like some live acoustic stuff. If you do a similar sort of thing, then you could do that as well. 48V, so we've got phantom power, which is great. So that means we can use a proper condenser mic. The 1 and the 2 looks like it's probably for selecting the channels once they're plugged in and deselecting them. Possibly a mute, I'm not sure. We'll find out. The green button, I'd imagine that means you click that when certain things, one of these is selected basically, and will enable it, I would have thought. This is probably a volume button. I'd imagine you press that and then you control this knob. You control the volume with that. And this one here, I would imagine, is a gain button at first glance. I'm just going off what I can see. So I would have thought that you press this button and then it turns this dial into the input gain knob as opposed to being the volume knob. And you can probably go between those as well. And then on the front of it, we've got a instrument line there and a headphone port there, which is good as well. So let's see if there's anything else in the box before I plug it in. A cable, which of course comes in handy. It's a USB-C cable that this takes. I'm going to take a minute, I'm going to plug this in, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my mic going through it so you can hear the difference between the current interface that I'm using, which I'm recording into now, and then this interface as well, and I will speak you through what it was like to set it up. Hopefully it's a very, very easy setup. I've now plugged in the Evo 4 and it was really, really easy to plug in. It was literally, I'm using a Mac, it was plug and play. As soon as I plugged it in, it came on, it started working, and in Logic it was instantly recognized. So the first thing that I like is these lights that go around it. As I'm speaking, you can see where the gain level's at basically. And I can take that up and down. So if I go up, 1 2 2 2 2 2 1 2, and down 1 2 2 2 2 2 1 2, right down. I have moved the mic a bit closer as well, just so you can get an actual feel for what it could be like if you were singing using it. It's got this green button here which is called Smart Gain Mode, which I can only guess off the top of my head is if you press it and you speak into it or sing into it a little bit, it will naturally automatically set the gain to what it needs to be for your voice. I'm using it on manual mode at the minute, so all I've done is press the button. So I'm in input 1 here, so I've pressed input 1, and then that gives me my gain here. So I can now control the gain with this knob over here. If I press this button, this is for phantom power. This is currently on because this microphone requires phantom power to work, which is great. That was easy. That's just the press of a button again. This button here, just underneath the 1, is for input 2, which on the back you can see it here. I could plug a guitar into it, I could plug another mic into it. And if I press that, then that allows me to start controlling the gain for input 2. I currently don't have anything plugged into input 2, so I've no need to use that at the moment. But if I wanted to record a guitar at the same time as well, then I could do that. I'm currently not using the monitor out, so I'm just going straight from the output of my computer just for ease of use at the moment. But this button here, it's a monitor blend for you. So if I press this button and I have it set over to this side, I'd imagine that will give me the feed from the USB basically, so what's coming out from my DAW software. If I mixed a track and I was plugged into this and I wanted to listen to it as it's mixed, it'd come out of there. Or if you were recording and you was plugged into this with your headphones and you wanted any reverb etc that might be on your voice when you're recording, then you will be able to hear it like that. If I press the button and flip it over to this side, this will give me a full direct mix. Again, I'm not plugged into it in terms of output at the moment, so it might be the other way around. If I was on that side, then I'd just get a dry mix basically. Whatever's going straight into these, I'd be getting the sound of that straight back out. This here is your volume, so your total mix volume. You're over everything you're hearing in your ears if you were using the headphones or the monitor outs. Guitar in here, which I would imagine is controlled off number 1. I've got to say though, just off instantly plugging it in, I'm so impressed with the sound of this thing. It's so dry, which is the way I like it. Miles above the other interface that I was using just before when I unboxed this thing, and I'm really looking forward to actually recording something with it in terms of singing and in terms of playing some guitar and seeing how it sounds. Then the preamps sound really good on this, just off first use of it, and I've not even actually properly tried it yet. I've just plugged it in and I'm trying it. If you were looking to get one of these, I personally for the price, would highly recommend. If you want something small that's portable, get one of these. It's worth it. There are a few interfaces that are a little bit cheaper. You might save £20-30, maybe $30-40. Trust me, it's worth investing the extra $30 to $40 to get this thing. It's so easy, and I've not even recorded with it yet. I hope this review has helped you, and make sure you get yourself one of these. I'll catch you in another video sometime, and don't forget to like and subscribe.